So thanks. It's great to be here. I am talking about peer groups and how they are ultimately roadkill repellent. And the way I'm going to walk through this is first with the problem, then the cause, a potential cure, how to obtain the cure, and then keeping it. So the problem is our good old buddy information overload. Time back to the does Google make you stupid? You know, we like to stay ahead of the game. We like to be in the game, but rarely are we content to be in catch-up mode. We can't keep up alone in professional isolation. A cause for this is this creative cyclone that's going on right now. And all this worthwhile professional juice is coming from a growing cyclone of creativity. Some people are referring to this as a zeitgeist, others a revolution of inspiration, creativity, new paradigms, and hope. And there may be a lot of folks that debate the cause of this cyclone, but that doesn't really matter right now. What matters right now is that it's going on, and we need to pay attention to it. And a lot of you can sense it, and a lot of folks will. So in this cyclone, you have inspiration. So hypothesizing about the way things can be. It's the spark that comes before we create, though not all inspiration leads to creation. Inspiration ignites creativity. We're in a hyper-creative state right now. There's more creativity out there now than ever before. It's off the charts. Really, many debate the worthiness of what's being creative. Is creativity about expression or about appreciation? But in the long-tail world, there's infinitely room for both. So there's new thought that's out there as well. And this new thought is dethroning some of the status quo. The fail or fail fast mantra is not just for startups. It's for all of us as individuals. That status quo out there is oppression. It holds us down. It keeps creativity from happening. And when you remove that oppression, new paradigms actually wind up creating hope. And when you have hope, there's a chance to improve something about life as we know it. That's what hope is. And hope produces inspiration. And so then this hope fuels inspiration, the inspiration ignites creativity, and so on, and you're back to this cycle. And each cycle, it's not merely repeating, but it's escalating with each step, and there's more and more coming at us. Its mere presence is inspiring. So one possible cure is peer groups. We individually get a little piece of the picture, and if we work together with other people who individually get a piece of the picture, we might be able to put together what the big picture looks like. And if we can figure that out, then that's how we can ascertain our value in the big picture. We can affect our destiny. It's kind of like the proverbial crystal ball. So these peer groups, they meet with some regularity and exchange information with each other. They're not merely absorbing presentation, but actually they're sharing yays and boos and recommendations for their peers' problems. In being in a peer group, you need to allow the creative embellishment and resharing of ideas. It's almost like open source thinking. And and you have to allow constructive criticism. There's two benefits that you get from participating in peer groups. One is you get the big picture, but the other benefit from it is that you can become part of the big picture. So how do you find these things? You search, you ask around, you take a look at your peers, and if you don't like what you see, then you may have to start your own. So when you create one, you're going to have to use your network. You may wind up using tools like Meetup. You're going to use direct messaging tools inside Facebook, LinkedIn, or Twitter to ask your network where these peers are of yours. So in that, you may want to, it's okay to dismiss someone's involvement based on their ability to collaborate. But don't dismiss somebody's involvement in the peer group that you're trying to put together just because they're competition or because they have a differing philosophy. Their creative approach will actually fuel your creativity. Lastly, we've got to support these peer groups. These are the businesses that have to support these organizations so that we can prevent an apparent alignment of these peer groups with a specific organization. So hey, everything is being reinvented right now. You got to get in and create a peer group today or avoid being mediocrity's roadkill. Be careful where you draw your lines of competition because you can isolate yourself into oblivion. Organizations must support and encourage these peer groups because our whole entire city benefits from it. So thank you for being here, and thank you for the inspiration.